My dear child, you don't have to worry about how a door will open for you. And in the right time, I will open the door which leads you towards the blessings that I have for you. You know what happened in the life of Joseph when he prayed for a door to open, I made him wait. Even in the midst of this waiting, he trusted me. But when you see what happened in Joseph's life at the right time, I opened a door for him towards the blessings that I had for him. I know you are also waiting for a door to open. But let me tell you one thing, your waiting will not be a waste. When you get what I have stored for you, at that time you will understand the waiting was worth it. And in the right time, I will provide what you need. Have a faith in me. So, my child, know that I have put an hedge over you to protect you from all harms, but sometimes I will open that hedge to test your faith in me and to show how obedient and trustworthy you are to me, to the devil. You know about what happened in the life of Job. You know what happened before opening the hedge that I had put in Job's life. Even when those things had happened, Job did not curse me. He trusted me, but he questioned me. When he questioned me, I did not answer him. Instead, I made him understand who I am and why I am doing everything and for what I am doing everything by asking him some questions. And when he knew his mistakes, he repented it to me, and after that I restored his fortunes twice as much as he had before. And even in your life, the things that have happened in the life of Job can happen, but it would not be destroy your life. And when such things happen, have a faith in me. And also remember, I have a plan for everything. Even when I take some things out of your life, I will replace them with the better things than that you had. So, even in the midst of those struggles, show the devil how obedient and trustworthy you are to me, and I will never forsake you, and I will bless you. So, have a faith in me. The world would be lost without your kind and loving energy. The universe took a great deal of time orchestrating your journey and molding you into the ethereal being you are now. And your light is beyond powerful. It is meant to effortlessly chase shadows away, and it is meant to inspire those who cannot move past their own limitations, and it is meant to increase the energy of any room it enters. And don't let the bitter, ungrateful energy of those who struggle to find their own light rob you of the beautiful work you have put into claiming yours. You are highly skilled at transcending above negativity with all the practice you have received, and it is as easy as breathing to you now. So, ever since you graciously accepted the universe's offer to take full responsibility for your journey, you have been outgrowing old habits and inadequate traits at a divine rate. Every comer you have been through in does not stay dark for long. Your light can't help but be brilliant everywhere you go. The universe felt it with the first pulse of your creation. You are special in more ways than one, and it's time you feel it too. My child, know that. You just stepped out from a year of shadow work, heightened consciousness, and altered perceptions. Now you are standing in the year of inner peace, understanding, and divine action. Seize this potent energy and unapologetically take off with it. You deserve this new beginning. Every valuable lesson you have ever learned was preparing you for this exact chapter. Give your soul a break from worrying and let your faith take the lead in guiding you on your journey. Things will be different now because you are different. The breakthrough you experienced in your last chapter have created a path for miracles to enter in this one. Trusting the process has gotten you this far. Imagine where it will take you when you deepen your connection to the source. Make yourself at home in the comforting arms of the universe. Your blessings are all waiting for you there. Loyalty is not owed to anyone and anywhere. You offer loyalty when it is rooted in mutual respect. Forced loyalty to someone who is hurting you is called abuse, and there is a difference. We must learn who is gold and who is simply gold plated. Not everything is worth fixing, and not everyone is worth saving. Let it go, let them go, and move on. Save yourself. You may have been burned in the past or even stabbed in the back by people you thought had your best interest at heart. Again, let it go, and this time for you. Yes, it is hard to trust again, and when you have been hurt, but you have to. Some situations will impact you in such a way that the only way for you to have a peace is to rearrange the seats of at your table. And peace is priceless and should be non negotiable at this point. Some people, places, things, and situationships were never meant to have longevity. So they were only meant to nudge you into real growth and transformation. The universe wants you to understand that some people were not put here to evolve. And they were only put here to remind you of what it would like if you don't. So open your heart to creating new alliances. When you are not open to joining forces with like-minded, like-hearted individuals, you miss out on some amazing opportunities. And you have heard the saying, blessings come from God through people. Be open to making new connections that will help you on your journey, and who knows, you just may be one divine connection away from your breakthrough. Beautiful souls indeed recognize beautiful souls. Keep being genuine. Your people will find you. Continue to grow, evolve, and transform. So, my child, know that embracing the fullness of life means embracing all its difficult parts as well, the uncertain, the waiting, the pain, and the heartbreaks, the sadness and the hopelessness. But embracing them does not mean your journey is going to be defined by them. It does not mean you have given up on the possibility of better days. It means you are brave enough to hang in there on and do your best to make things a little better each new day. It means even though you have been hurt countless times by life's events, you are still strong enough to show up for yourself and start all over again. My child, know that. Every season is different and unique, but a necessary part of your growth cycle. Remember this when you go through those days and months of uncertainty and heartbreak of not knowing and hopelessness. Remember that even though it is difficult, you can always trust that there is a purpose and something important is happening behind that you may not always understand. But someday you are going to look back and feel grateful for the way even the darkest of days have made you strong and given you the wisdom to be the person you are becoming every day. Mountains are being moved, miracles are taking place right now. You are being called upon to surrender and claim that your future is already written. All you must do is step into that future by becoming that which you seek, think, speak, act, pray, and treat others as if you already have that which you dream of. By doing this, you claim the frequency of your higher self. Once you match this frequency, all things on that higher plane will manifest. Always remember that the Creator brings the strongest warriors through the fire. You set big goals and you dream big. Don't be surprised when you are confronted with challenges. You ask to be great. Source is responding to your prayers by presenting you with all of the growth opportunities and challenges you need to become great. Your positive mindset and unbreakable spirit is moving mountains. You are unstoppable. Find yourself in love with yourself first. Confidently make your choices from the source of well being. Happiness, satisfaction, and fulfillment will constantly flow to you while living life from a solid foundation of self love. See yourself as enough despite what others think is enough. Believing you deserve love and joy is the first step to inviting and creating more abundance. My child, know that. If you understood just how important that current small opportunity is, including your recent small seeds of inspiration, and how they are all adding up and are directly linked to your purpose, you would not cast aside that idea or opportunity any longer. You would take action today. Taking action on those ideas and opportunities often places you on a journey that leads you to your best life. Knowing this and take action. My child, know that you will never know if something is meant for you if you don't give it a proper chance, whether it is a relationship, a new job, a new city, or a new experience. Throw yourself into it completely and don't hold back. If it does not work out, then it probably was not meant for you, and you will walk away without regret. Knowing that you put your whole heart into it, that is all you can ever do. It is a horrible feeling leaving a situation knowing that you should have and could have done more. So find the courage to take that chance, find the inspiration to make your next move, and once you do, pour your heart into it and don't look back. When you start outgrowing your past, it is really rare that people from your past understand you. As you start evolving, your higher self requires you to move into the unknown, but the old relationships or old friendships would want you to stay the same. If someone really loves you, they will embrace your growth and supports you in your journey, and they would not ask you to stay in your past because of their attachment. And you can't live life for the role you play in other people's life. You have to be the center of the universe. Never feel guilty for making your growth and higher self a priority. So, my child, know that. Stop overthinking and replaying episodes from your past you are not happy about. Realize that is happened for a reason. It served its purpose, it made you better. Only through experience we can truly feel and understand the contrast of what is good and what is not, what we want and what we don't want. Experiences teaches us most valuable lessons. It helps us grow, love ourselves, and have a empathy towards others. Be grateful for your experiences but move forward and embrace the new. Sometimes blessings and opportunities to us when we least expect, when it seems there is no hope, when it seems everything is going to against us. Sometimes we cannot see them, touch them, and feel them, but they are there upgrading our being. Sometimes blessings and opportunities comes to make us better, stronger, and help us see and dream more than we thought we could. Sometimes we have to trust the process more and stress less about how everything is going to work out. Believe that everything is happening for your highest good, divinely inspired and orchestrated, and all is well. You should never regret going after what makes your heart happy, even if it was ended in hurt. Instead, you should feel so beyond proud of yourself for being brave enough to chase what makes you feel alive. So, there are some people out there who are too afraid to chase their dreams, who admire that strength in you. So, you should always feel proud of yourself for knowing what you want and taking steps to obtain it. So, I hope you never regret anything that became such an important part of your journey of finding happiness and discovering who you are as a person. So, my child, know that you are very brave and courageous for living with an open heart. Sometimes it can be very painful to feel everything so very deeply. But give yourself a credit and appreciate your sensitivity, your ability to love, care, and be the light in the world that is not always very easy and not always bright. Keep moving forward with your heart open. Keep choosing love over fear. You are beautiful the way you are, and I want to say thank you. You matter more than you know. When you begin to see yourself the way God sees you and life from your identity, increased other people's rejection really just holy redirection instead of offense. Good God took those things personally when he went to the cross that he would not have to. So stop allowing people's acceptance to be the marker of your worth. And stop trying to make people who are genuinely not your people try to be your people. Keep going. God will bring the right people into your life who will support you, love you, love on you, and embrace everything about you, flaws and all. So my child, know that the toughest time teach you the most valuable lessons. They show you realities that you would not have seen otherwise. They push you to seek your own being, to listen to the voice within yourself. And when there is no one around to listen to, it teaches you the dangers of dependency on a soul other than your own and distinguish between the people who are here for you from those who are here for the phase that is for you. The toughest times are often the most painful because more than out, they do not abide by the expectations you hold. People do turn their backs on you. You do lose what you felt you had a firm grasp on, and often you come to realize that you do not even understand your own being the way you thought and you did. Yet the toughest times are equally valuable in the knowledge they give you of the nature of this world, its people, and your own being. Such times refocus you, redirect you, and pull you off one path and put you on another. They are painful in nature and valuable in the waiting of knowledge. So, my child, know that if you would like to change your life, you must first change the way you think about your life. Thoughts are not just thoughts, they are bridges and doors and entry ways and foundations, and they magnetize and repel. They can build a house and tear it down. They can energize momentum or keep you idling within your own little world forever. Thoughts are investments and they are decisions. The mind will generate an endless series of options, some inspiring and others terrifying, and so you must choose. You must choose what you will return to, what you will believe in, what you will place weight on, because thoughts create feeling, and feeling creates desire, and desire creates action, and action creates reward, and reward creates more desires. And before you know it, a thought became the torch that lead you down that path that is your life. And if you would like to change your life, you must first change the way you think about your life. And there never was another way. So, my child, know that It's a painful truth that we often find ourselves caring deeply for those who seem to care less in return. We invest our time, energy, emotions into relationships where the effort is imbalanced. We go above and beyond for those who don't reciprocate the same level of care and dedication. It is heartbreaking to give our everything to those who seem to do nothing, leaving us feeling exhausted and unappreciated. We may find ourselves constantly questioning why we continue to pour out hurts into these one sided connections. We may feel a sense of emptiness and sadness as we realize that our efforts are going unnoticed or unvalued. It can be disheartening to witness the stark contrast between our willingness to give and the lack of effort from others. In this moment, it is important to acknowledge our own worth and understand that we deserve to be surrounded by people who reciprocate our love and efforts. And it may be painful to let go of those who do not appreciate us, but it is necessary for our own well being. We must redirect our focus and energy towards those who truly value and cherish us. Remember that it is not a reflection of our worth or lovability when others fail to meet our expectations. Sometimes people are unable or unwilling to reciprocate the love and care we offer. It is a difficult realization to accept, but we must prioritize our own emotional well being and surround ourselves with those who support and appreciate us. Though it may be saddening to acknowledge the imbalance in our relationship, and it is important to remember that we have the power to choose who we invest our time and energy on, and by valuing ourselves and setting boundaries, we can make room for healthier and more meaningful connection in our lives. So, my child, know that when you have been used and taken advantage of over and over, it is difficult to come to terms with the fact that whoever is currently in your life would not do the same. Because every time you have genuinely poured yourself into someone, they put a blindfold over their heart, becoming blind to the purity in your soul. The tighter you hold on to it, the further they walk away from you. Things became one sided, and you are the only one caring, dreaming, wanting, and eventually hurting. You have come to the conclusion that maybe, just maybe, nobody is capable of being brave enough to hold the hand of a genuine soul. When you have not been seen or appreciated for who you are, it is so easy to believe that is how it always will be. My child, know that. We always tell ourselves that the people we love will be around forever until one day they are not anymore, and I know you are missing them right now. That it feels like a visceral ache deep within a part of yourself you did not know existed until the day you lost them. So today I hope you remember that they live on within you, not just in your heart, but in the way you infuse their care and kindness into everything you do. In the way you take risks knowing that tomorrow is not promised, in the way you so courageously stay open to new possibilities even when you feel like you simply can't keep going. in the way you continue to so fiercely and purely. Despite knowing the terror and grief of loss, I hope you remember that even when you lose someone you love, the love you share lives on. Their life is always with you, and they are still with you. The truth is, it is better to spend time doing things you love. It is not about passion, it is not about what excites you, and it is not just about because you love what you do. It is about staying true to yourself. It is about being honest about the life you want. And it is filling your space with things that lifts you up instead of bringing you down. There is no better way of saying that you should chase after what you love and know that this will all be hard at first. It is hard to stay true to yourself when you believe in chasing what everybody was running after. It is hard to be honest about what you truly want when you have never really spent time being vulnerable. It's hard to think there are people who genuinely care about you when you have been surrounded by people who makes you feel otherwise. Nonetheless, what is difficult right now does not mean you should put it off tomorrow. What hurts you today will still hurt tomorrow, and not until you decide you don't want it to anymore. So, my child, note that. Our society tells us our value is how much we can produce. The legacy we leave behind, it robs us of our humanity. It feeds and breeds shame within us. It does not want us happy or satisfied or content. It wants us hustling for our worth, feeling like failures if we can't robotically achieve for 12 hours a day. It has us striving until we are dead, but what if being satisfied and content in your life is the total antithesis to being mediocre or complacent? What if we change the definition of mediocrity? Because there is a lot of unhappy people with fulfilled ideal the world has foisted upon them, feeling like failure who could not figure out how to game the system. There is a lot of people who miss the magic of their everyday lives because they live inside the projected future of a perfect life, being a happy, healed, rested, joyful person in the exact opposite of a life of mediocrity, and it's a broken, ridiculous, sick society that tell us otherwise. So be satisfied anyway, and your satisfaction is a revolution. My child, know that. What if everything you are going through is preparing you for you have always wanted? Your subconscious mind will constantly show you evidence of what you already believe to be true. When you choose to believe that everything is happening for you or that life is rigged in your favor, you will see more evidence of their being true. You will see opportunities where you should have seen challenges. You will see blessing in the silver lining. Remember, you don't experience circumstances as they are. You experience circumstances as you are. And when you choose to believe in the best, your circumstances will morph to that. Don't mistake that positive friend of yours for being naive. They are anything but. Do you know what it takes to see the beauty in this world today? It is no small feat. To see the contrast on this planet, to go through the trauma of being human here and then, amidst it all, choosing to have a loving heart, a positive outlook, and a pure soul. And that person has felt the depth of darkness, pulled themselves out, and built the strength to see the beauty in things. That person is non naive, they are powerful, wise, and with able. So, my child, know that. It is crucial to understand that seeking love and validation solely from someone else is not the path to find true happiness and fulfillment in life. You must never lose sight of your own identity and worth while searching for love within another person. Seeking validation or a sense of wholeness solely through another person's love will ultimately lead to disappointment. It is a common misconception to believe that another person's love can fill the void within our hearts, but the truth is, if we lose ourselves in the process, if we compromise our own needs, dreams, and values for the sake of someone else's affection, we risk losing our own sense of self worth and identity. Placing the responsibility of our happiness solely on another person's love can be an immense burden for any relationship to bear, and it may leave us feeling empty. The key to finding true happiness and contentment lies in unwavering love and acceptance for yourself. It is through self love and self acceptance that you will discover a sense of wholeness and a feeling of being truly found and at home within your own being. Take the time to get to know yourself, to honor your own needs and desires, and to prioritize your own well being. Chase your passions, dreams, and personal growth, and let them be the foundation upon which you build your happiness. Please remember that seeking love from someone else is not the answer. Instead, focus on loving and accepting yourself unconditionally. Celebrate your strengths, embrace your imperfections, and nurture your soul. You are worthy of love, and but it begins with the love you have for yourself. Embrace the journey of self-love, and you will find that the love you receive from others is a wonderful addiction to love you already have within. Trust in your own worth and never lose yourself in the pursuit of someone else's love. So, my child, know that. Trust your intuition over everything else. When you start embracing your authenticity, you stop caring about what others think of you because you are busy living the best life. Embrace your unique expression and you will experience the infinity of life beyond the imagination of your mind. Make self care a priority because you need to recharge yourself for the next level of your life. Don't allow your ego to make you doubt your journey, and everything is right on schedule. Enjoy the in between phase as great things are ahead. Trust the process. If you took look at the reality from a higher perspective, all your doubts, guilt, or shame will fade away because every path leads you, and what you long for creates a strong desire within you that wants to be delivered to you by the higher universe, and the more you trust the process, the closer it will get to becoming your physical reality. Accept and own how you feel and what you truly want. Drop judgment around how you feel and embrace it. So, you did the work to lie seeds for a new life. Welcome to your season of harvesting. Your energy has an air of tranquility to it. If you have been worried, you will be met with peace. If you have been constricted, you will be met with abundance. Let go of the wheel for a little bit, allow the dust to settle, enhance your view. Your life is on the up, there is nothing but space and opportunity. So, dear souls, know that your gut knows the truth before your mind does. Your gut has done all of the calculations and considerations that are required, and its responses is immediate and to be trusted. What your mind has to be comprehend, your spirit already knows to be true. Have the courage to listen and trust your gut when it speaks to you. It is built in within you to keep you safe. It is a direct line to your higher self. You will know when it is your gut speaking to you because it will leave you feeling empowered with a clear sense of what to do next. It feels like peace and clarity. It would not speak to you in what it's or occur when you are overthinking. It tends to occur when you are not thinking at all. So, my child, know that it is time to stop seeking guidance from others. It is time to start finding answer within yourself. No one knows you better than you do. No one knows what is best for you. Only you can understand what you really want and what you truly need. Only you can figure yourself out. Everyone has their own personal core values, beliefs, attitudes, and preferences. Everyone has a different perspective. You are unique, unprecedented, and unrepeatable, just like everyone else. You can measure yourself with someone else's ruler. Just because it works out for someone else does not mean it will work out for you. Don't wait for someone to give you advice. No amount of advice from others can lead you to be the road that fits you perfectly. So you have to discover for yourself, walk your journey because no one else is going to do it for you. Dig deep within yourself and tap into your deep knowing. Follow your heart, trust your gut, give yourself permission to do what you feel is right. The universe is inside you, your inner voice comes from the divine, and your intuition is your inner guidance. Deep down, you know exactly what you should do. You are a being of divine intelligence, so don't be afraid of making decisions. You are always connected to divine wisdom, so don't hesitate to ask yourself for advice. You are divine and you are your own guide in life. My child, know that. I think one of the central problems with people in general is our beliefs, and that other will eventually live up to the expectations that we have of them. And although a lot of the time they do this is not always the case, not everyone is going to change and become a better person for you. Not everyone is going to realize that they did you wrong and apologize, truly apologize for the hurt that they caused. And some people just don't change, and as harsh it sounds, as much as it pains you to hear it, and as much as it break your heart, and it is something you need to accept. Because accepting this will still do you less harm than continuing to wait for those you love to treat you right. Accepting this will still do you less harm than the constant disappointment that washes over you every time they let you down. Accepting this will do you less harm than the harm you are doing to yourself by keeping those who just don't value in life. Some people just don't change, so you must change your environment instead. You must change how you are with them. Instead, you must stop letting them take you for granted and become stronger instead, and you must change the part of you that gives them power instead. My child, know that. One day you will meet someone who will leave you completely in awe of them. Their kindness, their sincerity, their heart, and the beautiful soul that you will get to know will leave you speechless. You will be shocked that people like this do exist, people whom you have only read about in books, the kind of people who are filled with good vibes and positivity, the kind of people who make you laugh and smile, the kind of people you regret that you had not met sooner. You will look at them and wonder how it was possible that someone else did not see what you see. How was it possible that someone let them go without digging in deeper to find a beautiful universe within them? You will feel grateful that you got the opportunity to meet someone so amazing, and those before you did not notice their light in the way that you do, or perhaps they did but they did not look any further. And one day, when you come across someone like that, who encompass everything that you have been searching for, you will feel glad that those before you did not know what they were losing because you do. So, my child, know that. When we do not witness ourselves from our own eyes and feel joy from our own bodies, we begin to outsource love, we begin to funnel and siphon validation. This can so often feel like the easier route out of our unhappiness because it is far simpler to craft an image, a projection of what we think perfection might be. It is less easy to dig ourselves out of where we currently are and root ourselves in a place where we can finally be at a peace. If not love, what most of us are searching for is permission, and we are looking for someone to give us the okay to be who we really are, to embrace who we really are, to appreciate who we are really are, and that is the core what we find inspiring. Not the things that are so far beyond us, but the ones that make us realize all that is actually within our reach, though we had not previously thought to outstretch our hands and take it. The journey is about realizing that we are the ones who can give ourselves permission to embrace our own potential and in every direction. And we are the ones who can give ourselves permission to excel. We are the ones who can give ourselves permission to choose what actually fulfills us rather than just trying to piece together a patchwork image of a life that we think will hold up to the light of imaginary public opinion. What we are looking for the world to give us is every often what the world is waiting for us to give, to break apart what mentally confine us and create until we finally arrive at a place where we are no longer looking for anything outside of us to fill us up, and we are the water of our own wells, the light in our own lanterns, the love in our own chest. And we are truly content with our own choices. Our need for other people to be dissolved. In place of projection, we prioritize experience rather than how things look. We finally begin to choose based on how they consistently, increasingly, and most authentically feel. So, my child, know that. Today, I'm not going to think about you or wonder how you are doing. I'm going to use that time and think about what I have to do and what I need to accomplish and who I need to be. I'm not going to waste any more time looking at my phone, waiting for a call or a message. I'm not going to waste any more time waiting for you. And today I'm going to let go of all the thoughts in my head and the heaviness in my heart. Today I'm going to heal. So I'm going to take a walk in the park and not wish you were there with me. I'm going to call my best friend without wishing it was you I was talking to. I'm going to wear that dress that I only wanted to wear for you. Today I'm doing everything for me. Today you are not going to influence any of my decision because it all starts with one day. It starts with a simple decision. It starts with me deciding that I have given you enough chances and enough excuses to realize that things should come to end. So it all starts with a decision to heal. It all starts with one simple choice, but it is the most important one, and it all starts with me choosing myself. My child, know that. When everything feels out of your control, work, finances, relationship problems, one thing after another, and it would help to be able to grab control of something. But it will drive you and mad trying to control situations and other people. You can control your attitude. God does have a plan. What helps while waiting is to take control of your attitude. And always something to be grateful for. You have the power to choose your attitude and don't let life control you. You control you and trust God with the rest. So, my child, know that. It might be terrifying and risking to be different in a world where everyone is playing the same game in dating, but keep following what your heart is saying. Keep doing what you think is right for you. Don't be afraid to carry yourself as you step out of your home. Wear your principles in life like a badge of honor. Show the world your personality and don't let anyone intimidate you from shining bright. So don't let the opinions of others discourage you to put your voice, to fight for what you want and to stick to your own standards. Don't let anyone tell you who you should love, how you should love, and when you should love. So don't let your soul be controlled and be isolated in a box. Don't let words of other affect the way you fall for someone. Be proud of the way you show how much you care. And there is nothing to be impressed about how you express your emotions. Your feelings are what makes you a human being, and there is no point for you to hide them. There is no reason for you to hold yourself from saying what you want. You will not stay on this earth forever, and you will not always get the chance to let the words out of your tongue. Never hesitate to tell someone how much you love them. Never think twice about giving someone a complaint. Never feel too small for owning your mistake and asking for apologies. Be proud of believing that love has the power to change everyone and everything. Love can connect people despite their differences in culture and upbringing. Love can heal all wounds, brokenness, and sufferings. Love can give hope even in disparate situations. Be proud of your openness, of your vulnerability, of your depth. Be proud about your old fashioned way of falling in love, and most of all, be proud of having the courage to share your soul to everyone because the world needs someone like you more. So, my child, know that there is a master plan set out for you, and God has more in store for you. Trust the process. Sometimes it is not always what we would like it to be, but it is a preferred just for you. This is a time you just have to have a faith and believe that it is going to work itself out. And you may be getting signs and spiritual reminders. Signs come from different areas, and you may see numbers, feathers, coins, and names on name plates. But this is meant to give you a sign that something positive is coming. You have so much love to give and can help others as well. So don't allow negative energy to have and its play in your life. You may be seeing signs and receive messaging from your own spirit guides. It's a good idea to write it down, any of the visions, dreams, messages, and energetic feelings that you are getting from the divine. Start visualizing on a vision board and all your dreams and goal for the future, and it can be a lot of fun when you start to get creating and adding a little bit of your own meaning magical flair. This will help amplify the process of manifesting your dreams. So my child, know that before you can find someone or the right one, it is so important to first find yourself and learn how to be the right one for you. I think people mix that up sometimes. I know I did for a while in my 20s. I thought I had to find someone first before I even found myself. How do you do that? How do you know what you want, and if you don't even know who you are yet, or who you want to be, or what it is going to take to get there? And where it left me was constantly meeting these people or ending up at dead ends because there was so much internal work to do that I was not getting done because I was focusing on the wrong thing. And on the outside I had list of accomplishments and things to be proud of and things to share on a dating profile that made me seem interesting or what I thought people would find interesting. But the most interesting thing about someone is the person who is sure of who they are, confident in the kind of person they want, and holds true to those values without compromising them based on someone else's needs or expectations. Being true to yourself is how you find the right person. And while you don't have to be this complete perfect vision version of yourself, because I believe we are all ever evolving and growing, and wherever you might be in your journey, there is always room for growth and improvement. But you do have to know who you are and ask yourself, is the person I'm attracting the kind of person I would like to meet? And if the answer is no, or if you don't know who you are yet, that is okay. Invest time there, but if you play or just casual and cool like so many people do, when really you want something more, what you will get on the receiving end is someone else who does not know either. I could give myself advice in my 20s, it would have been find yourself before you try so hard to find anyone else, and it is okay. And if it will take time, because it will. And when you get there, the most beautiful part of the story would not be in finally meeting someone, but rather when you finally meet yourself and you are so proud of who you have become. So when you hit your lowest low, your own version of rock bottom, a portal opens up for you to transform your entire life. And in those moments, we are faced with a choice. So either alchemize our pain to create our blessings or stay where we are and repeat. I have noticed that many of us experience our greatest blessings and breakthroughs after the toughest season in our lives, and that is no coincidence. Sometimes we need things to fall apart to create better for ourselves. Sometimes we need to start over to build a life that actually reflects who we are and not an extension of the limitations that were imposed on us as our own. So, my child, know that. Jesus wants to hear from you. He cares about what is going on in your life. He wants to listen to you, share your feelings, thoughts, needs, and desires. There is nothing too big or too small to talk about. Jesus takes interest in every aspect of your life. He wants to be in relationship with you. He wants to hear about what is going on in your life and how it is affecting you. Take some time today to reflect on the promotes in the image above. As you do ask just to Jesus to reveal where he was with you this week, it might help you to journal your responses and prayers as you do this, or it might help you to talk to a soul friend or spiritual director who can listen and minister God's love, empathy, and grace to you. And as you process and share with Jesus, remember that his heart is open to you. He will never leave you, never shame you, and never reject you. So his eyes shine with delight in you. He smiles in your presence. He enjoys knowing you and being your friend. And he loves you more than you will ever comprehend. So, my child, know that. Here is a gentle reminder for your heart. You have been through a lot more than you can explain, and a whole lot more than the world can ever understand. And while your story lives on to finding more mouths than eyes, I hope you always remember that it will only and only remain yours to live in, yours to survive, yours to speak of, yours to never speak of. Yours to learn from, yours to grow into, yours to grow out of, yours to forget, and yours to believe. And it is okay for them to not see it as long as you remember living in it. The truth is, your eyes can only speak so many truths, and more often that not, it's because the rest are not meant to be heard. They are meant to be treasured, they are meant to be protected, they are meant to stay untainted. Dear God, thank you that I am strong because of the one who is strong within me. I thank you that I am an overcomer because of the one who overcome the world. I thank you that when I seek peace, I find it because the Prince of Peace promises me rest in him. I thank you that I can win every battle because of the one who is always fighting with me and for me. I thank you that every day I am reminded how wonderfully and perfectly made I am because of who my Father is. Father, I pray that you would inspect my heart and refine me in your fire until nothing but you is in me. Let my words and actions agree with you and your ways. May your will be done in Jesus' almighty name. Thank you that I am strong because of the one who is strong within me. I thank you that I am overcomer because of the one who overcomer the world. Thank you that when I seek peace, I find it because the Prince of Peace promises me rest in him. I thank you that I can win every battle because of the one who is always fighting with me and for me. I thank you that every day I am reminded how wonderfully and perfectly made I am because of who my Father is. I pray that you would inspect my heart and refine me in your fire until nothing but you is in me. Let my words and actions agree with you and your ways. May your will be done. In Jesus' almighty name I pray. Amen. My child, know that. Jesus is a feeler. We see his emotions throughout the Gospels. He models for us how to live with healthy feelings and faith. With Jesus, we can feel stress and fear without continual anxiety, disappointment and loss without chronic depression or anger without bitterness or abuse. With the Spirit of Jesus, we can feel hope. With Jesus, we can feel God's presence, which is a wonderful blessing. With Jesus, we can be faithful in love, even when we don't feel God's presence or any positive emotions, which proves to be the greatest eternal blessing. To be healthy in our emotions, like Jesus, we also need to be healthy in our faith in God, like Jesus. It is also important to say that the Lord Jesus, our feeler, is also a thinker. Integrating our feeling and thinking under the Son of God and His Abba is essential to health and holiness. So, my child, know that. Right now, somewhere in this world, something is happening for you, a decision, a conversation, a chance encounter, people and experiences and opportunities all converging, leading straight to you. Every day there are things happening in the background that you can't quite see, pieces of the puzzle connecting into place, creating a bigger picture that your short range visions can't yet perceive. And it's going to come, this person, the thing, the opportunity, the experience that is so beyond anything you are currently imagining. And when it's come, I promise it will be real and it will be right, and your thinking mind may question it, but your breathing heart will know that this is for you, and right here in the moment something beautiful is unfolding, and you are worthy of it. You are worthy of the good things, the loving things, the unimaginably beautiful things. You are worthy of this perfect alignment, so please keep your heart open, trust in what is coming, make space for that one thing that is going to change everything. There will be many things in life and that you would not have control over. They will cripple you, hurt you, break you into pieces, but they will also build your character, change you completely as a person. So when you encounter them, don't fear them, welcome them as opportunities to grow, to be a better version of you. You will be hurt, but in the same process, you will learn how to find a stronger you. Every hardship that you encounter opens up unique opportunities for you to grow. Embrace the hard times as growth times instead of running away from them. Maybe what did not go your way was not good for you. Maybe the things that you have lost along this journey were not meant to stay. Sometimes things not working out is how it all works out to be the best for you. But through those long waitings and uncertain days, you need to have a faith in your heart as well. You have to keep trusting that even in those difficult days, your life has a purpose, that what you are going through will somehow lead you to the things you truly deserve. Sometimes in life you cross paths with someone who instantly makes you feel calm, refreshed, alive and wholesome. They encourage your dreams and celebrate your wins without an ounce of jealousy. My child, know that you can't fight to be loved by someone. If someone genuinely cares about you and wants you in their life, they will do everything that they can to keep you there. If you are confused about how they feel, if they pull you in only to push you away, if they say things that hurt you or make you feel misunderstood, then you must let them go. People's actions speak louder than their words, and believe me when I say if you can't see love or care for yourself in their eyes, the truth is that it probably is not there. I know you want to give them the benefit of doubt. Maybe they need time. Maybe you are pushing them too much. Maybe you both should take it slow. All these thoughts are valid, but they don't apply when you don't know where you stand in someone's life. It's time to take time as long as you both are healed in the same direction. It is okay to take things slow if you both want to understand each other as friends before anything else. If they confuse you or give you mixed signals or treat you right only to treat you badly again, then they are being toxic to your mental and emotional well being. You can't chase love or care because the truth is, if you must force love, then it will never feel right. My child, know that. There are times in life where you wonder if this is too good to be true, if the beauty you see is real, if the love you feel and the forgiveness you offer is as life changing as it seems. Now is the time to release all your doubts and reveal in the bountiful blessing being bestowed upon you. There are moments in life where the harmony of the universe sings through our bones in such a way that life and your part in it just seems to make sense. Let it. If the taste is sweet and good, just trust in that experience and allow it. This is a moment to remember, and that is a beautiful thing. My child, know that you stand at the threshold of awakening your greatest potential through physic awareness of what you as a being fully encompass. No reality, no knowledge, past, present, or future is out of your reach. Full acceptance of the responsibility that comes along with this must be taken, and life is no longer simply about individuals blindly living from day to day. Allowing yourself time to integrate the cosmic knowledge that is available to you and now is of paramount importance. Silent along is as important as accessing the information. You are still in a physical body, which for the time being has physical limitations. In time, this integration will become easier and quicker, but it's a process you must allow to unfold in divine timing. You, as a soul, must recognize that once you are given access to this knowledge, how you wield it will determine and its benefits to you and the world. This knowledge is a gift to all of humanity and needs to be shared willingly for the highest good of all. So it's important to trust your inner guidance and power. You may be sacred to see how powerful and gifted you really are. Acknowledge and receive the truth about yourself. Release the negative energies that told you otherwise, and it is over. The life you love is grounding and growing. You have asked for this and have been diligently releasing the limitations so you can receive this as your reality. Keep believe and receiving, embrace and nourish creating this beautiful new lifestyle for yourself and family this weekend. So, my child, know that visualizing my wildest dreams, I know the power of my thoughts, and visualizing them will lead me to live the life of my wildest dream. There is a master plan set out for you, and God has more in store for you. Trust the process. Sometimes it is not always what we would like it to be, but it is perfected just for you. This is time you just have to have a faith and believe that it is going to work itself out. You may be getting signs and spiritual reminders. Signs come from different areas. You may see numbers, feathers, coins, and names on nameplates, but this is meant to give you a sign that something positive is coming. And you have so much love to give and can help others as well. Don't allow negative energy to have its place in your life. You may be seeing signs and receive messages from your own spirit guides. And it is a good idea to write it down any of the visions, dreams, messages, and energetic feelings that you are getting from the divine. Start visualizing on a vision board all your dreams and goals for the future. It can be a lot of fun when you start to get creative and adding a little bit of your own magical flair, and this will help amplify the process of manifesting your dreams. So, my child, know that. Live your life, stop waiting for the perfect vacation to enjoy and have a good time. Life is happening right now. Don't postpone it to some destination that is out there. You deserve to have fun and get excited about things whenever you want, not just when you get to go on a trip. You can only live with this mindset when you are living in the moment and not in a far-fetched perfect idea of future. You gotta has grateful for the life you get to experience, appreciate every little thing because those are the actual things that matter. Just get out of your head and get it now. Life has so much to offer, you just have to be here and now. So, my child, know that. Ganesha asks you to consider what exactly is it that you want at this time. He asserts that your desires are within your reach. The universe is conspiring to help you achieve your aspirations. Since the universe is in harmony with your desires, the how will transpire effortlessly. Ganesha is bestowing on you blessing of luck, love, and new prospects. Be very clear about your intentions. At this time, once you have identified what you desire, Ganesha will work to clear the obstacles and pure blessings. You are in excellent affluent space. This period will not last forever, so be sure to take advantage of it and act when opportunities arise. Resolve will trump the principle of averages work in your favor. Ganesha teaches that your blessings are continuous. The realization of the blessing may not be immediately apparent. Trust that happiness and blessings are always being shown you. What is going on in your life at this moment is external and beyond your control. True happiness and blessings lie within your heart and soul. My child, know that every circumstances, event, person, object, or situation is taking its cues from you, even if it seems real and solid. It is always 100% of the time created by you. It changes as you change, and it stagnates as you stagnate, and there is no exception to this rule. You have not only influence but total control over everything in your reality. When negative thoughts start to enter your mind, observe them objectively as if they belong to someone else. By doing this, you can avoid becoming emotionally invested in the thoughts. Every thought is linked to an emotion. When you detach yourself from the thought, the neural connection to that thought is served and it can no longer be triggered. By consistently practicing this method, you can eventually let go of old thoughts patterns and undergo a significant transformation. The secret of imagining is the secret of God. Anyone who finds it supreme power, supreme wisdom, supreme delight, everyone should aspire after this secret and try to unravel it. For whatever you find about your own wonderful human imagination, you are finding about God. For your imagination and God are one and the same. There is no other God. You imagine yourself into this world and you will imagine only yourself out of it. Here is a very healthy and productive exercise for the imagination, something that you should do daily. Daily relive the day as you wish you have lived it. Revising the scene to make them conform to your ideals. For instance, suppose today's mail brought disappointing news. Revise the letter, mentally rewrite it, and make it conform to the news and you wish you had received. Or suppose you did not get the letter you wish you had received. Write yourself the letter and imagine that you received. The doorway to new opportunities is near. You may see orbs, energy, light, and color of your soul, family entering your peripheral as we get closer and closer. Mind control and manipulations are coming to end as we draw nearer to the new. Step into your sovereign masculine power and unite with the Most High God to put a final ending and rest to those narratives. Control the thoughts to stay in your position of being a leader over your mind, heart, and love. Continue choosing your partnership with God and listen and learn to trust this inner voice of guidance instead of the ego. Focus on the love, blessing, and good in your life instead. So, my child, know that. Tragically, in the public space of this Western world, knowledge of spiritual things is not considered real anymore. Spiritually, morals and religion are viewed as your truth, but maybe not my truth. And the things of God are considered subjective to the person, like feelings, not real, like our physical bodies and the material world. So we trust science and say faith is a leap in the dark. In contrast, the Bible teaches now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Notice how faith is not described as a subjective emotional state, it's described as a substance and evidence because it is tied to knowing God's revelation. Faith is based on knowledge. It is not blind or impulsive. It's trusting in the real presence of God. Faith includes intelligent thinking and believing what is true. It also includes having experience and emotions, especially in the context of relationships. To know Jesus is to be growing in an interactive, intimate relationship with Him, and it is to know the reality of God's presence and action in your life today, and it is the greatest blessings of life. So, knowledge of God revealed to us through Jesus Christ is the greatest blessing, and that is what gives us abundant life now and forever. The sooner you stop hiding who you are, the quicker you will stop letting other people frame your strength as weakness, and the less time you will waste hiding your talents from the world. The day you embrace yourself is the day you take your power back, because it is the day you learn that your uniqueness is your strength. So, my child, know that. The energies this week are quite positive, and a lot boils down to following along with today's card, which is being in the flow, listening to your intuition and those gut feelings, allowing yourself to be guided with that internal radar and going in the flow. Doing what other people tell you and not listening to your own divine wisdom is like trying to swim a marathon upstreams against the current. When you get in the flow, listen, act, and do what you need to do, reach your goal, things get much easier. Like water, obstacles are easily avoided, and there are always workarounds. So, lovely one, if things feel like a challenge all the time, then you are likely not listening and pushing against the current of what you really need to do. A perfect day to do some journaling or thoughtful reflection. Pay attention to those gut feelings and follow those sudden insightful ideas through, and this is something to strive for each and every day. O Lord God, Father Almighty, who created me and everything I see and enjoy, blessed and beautiful Jesus, of my heart, boundless, Holy Spirit of God, who is so kind as to be with me and comfort me whenever I ask. So I thank you for all that I am and all that I have had in my life. Try will be done, my God. I ask only that you let me know your will for me, for I am often confused or conflicted, and I seek your guidance, knowing your will for me, and let be an excuse for nothing. And I pray for the strength, the power, and the energy to accomplish your purpose. All glory be to you, one God, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, who was before time and will be forever. Dear Lord, forgive me that I turn my eyes away from you towards the thing of this world. I am sorry for the fantasies that I so desperately cling to in order to sustain my ego, my pride, my selfishness. Take them away by your marvelous power, O Holy Spirit. That I might serve you and my fellow man rather than my sinful self. Let me see myself through your eyes and know that my glory, peace, and salvations come from you alone. If you see everything wrong around you, it is cause you don't feel good. Something is not okay deep inside. Hurt, resentment, poison affects your eyesight. The reverse is true also. If you see the positive silver lining, it's cause you feel good inside emotionally, spiritually. And the more you truly feel cared for, supported, valued by God Almighty, the more you will naturally see the positive. In others, the world, in yourself, God sees you, He's God. You feel positive, see positive starts with you. Don't let the wrong type of love make you believe it is the only type of love that exists. Love is not supposed to make you feel distressed from yourself. It does not criticize you or make you feel guilty. It does not threaten or harm you. It does not belittle you or shrink your world. The simple things you dream of, kindness, loyalty, compassion, empathy, generosity, and affection, are etched into many souls out there. You just have not met them yet. You must look in the right place, but you must start with yourself. You must believe, deserve more. You must build your self-worth. You must cleanse your environment of everything that is toxic. You must take back your confidence and power from the person you hand it to. You must step out of familiarity and comfort and step into curiosity and adventure. You must lead into with optimism and hope. You must trust you are worthy of a person with the qualities you earn for. You must believe there are beautiful souls out there in search of soul like yours. You must believe good people exist. So, my child, note it. As a kid, I always wished to be on a page in someone else's scrapbook. As a teen, I wished to be someone people would borrow notes from to take back home. In college, I wished to be a contact number on someone's phone. As a young man, I wish to be on the list of a few close friends they invite to celebrate milestones. When I grow older, I would wish to be the only one they choose to take for parent teachers meetup while the world conditions us to believe that all we seek through life is an escape from loneliness. And what I really feel we look for is a little space in others' lives where we feel we belong. My child, know that. As you ready to step out of the shadow of expectations, put down the pressure of ensuring everyone holds a positive opinion about you, and step into an attitude of total self acceptance and appreciation. Imagine life when you are not measuring your greatness using the ruler in someone else's hand. Imagine that the primary counsel you seek is your highest self and intuition. Who would you be if you lived with total assurance that you do enough and that you are enough? Do you see how much bigger the world feels? How daring you made to be explore what is possible, how accepting you became of what is. This is peace resisting the impact of people opinion, gives you more mental and emotional energy to explore who you are and what you want. You will be driven by initiate curiosity and not bound by paths that do not resonate with you. Yet we cannot stop others from creating their own stories about who we are. Still we can continue to live authentically and without. This looks like radical self acceptance, giving up comparison, exercising the courage to live outside of the box you are put in, letting go of energy that is not yours, and surrounding yourself with people who show you unconditional love. And remember, influence works both ways, and as we became mindful of disregarding opinions, we must be aware of our own. The best we can do is nurture each other and observe, celebrate, and embrace the unique outcome of each of our lives. If your opinion does not encourage others to live life authentically, consider transmuting it into energy to improve your own. On some days we wish to be known by more people, and on some days we wish to know ourselves a little better. On some days we wish we had a little more to live, and some days we wish we had a little more to give. On some days we wish we could travel the whole world wide, and on some days we find our universe within a little room with someone. Between wanting big things we can't fit within our arms to valuing small things we keep within our hearts, the balance is what makes who we are. The Lord placed it on my spirit to tell you that right now is the time to trust Him like never before. The more you trust Him, the more peace you will feel despite what is going on at the moment. The Lord wants you to remember that He has had your back before and He will continue to do so. Last night I heard the Lord say labor pains. A lot of God's children are currently going through spiritual labor pains because God is about to birth something new in your life. Don't run away from and keep your eyes focused on God and remember that you can do all things through Christ who straightens you. And if you are willing to trust God through this process, you are going to see the very thing that God has promised you manifest in your life. My child, know that real growth means change, but it also means becoming closer to the person you are beyond the societal expectations, deep conditioning, and emotional pain. It is like the doing of the undoing as the journey progresses, and it involves transcending the ego and bringing our consciousness into union with all that exists, moving beyond separation and linearity. Receiving true unconditional love will naturally move us into the direction because it reflects the very nature of our existence beyond duality. When you experience a pure form of love, your partner will help you have a path to freedom. So you are less confined by the trouble you create for yourself because of your programming. They will not solve your problems for you but draw them. You may realize that you have the power to overcome that which separates you from your internal bliss and joy. I am not selling you a fairy tale love. If anything, these relationships often go through very chaotic phases after an initial honeymoon period, especially if either partners is still in the embryonic stages of their spiritual evolution. Tests and disagreements will be frequent. Insecurities will rise to the surface as the wounded aspects of each ego begins to clash. It is here where the relationship fate is determined whether both individuals are eager to cultivate a space for co-healing. When two individuals are compatible and survive this testing period, it will become clear that they have both found someone who truly enriches their life, ultimately helping them transform, soulfully mature, and become a greater version of themselves. In essence, it's not about finding someone who is the missing piece of the puzzle instead. So, my child, know that. Love is so much more than feeling relieved you made it past another decade together. It is a feeling that you have not had enough time with one another, that 2 years felt more like a little less than a month. It is the excitement, anticipation of what will unfold next, what you will learn from each other, how you will inspire one another, and how you will grow closer than ever before. Knowing you will never know each other completely, and it is staying inquisitive, intentionally interested, and cultivating curiosity. It is wanting to travel the world beyond major countries and cities. It is the little towns and villages, uncharted beaches, wild caves, and lush forests. It is making sure the arms of one another remain a safe harbor, a feeling of extrinsic acceptance and always place. It is wanting to be better, to help more, to understand, to give space, and to answer the same question asked for the third time in a row with patience and laughter. It's being able to speak from the heart, to share the truth. And not sit in judgment. It is reflecting on the time spent, not wanting to change a thing, and holding gratitude for the peaks and valleys traveled. Love is so much more than dropping your shoulder in relief, knowing you made it past another 12 months. It's rejoicing in the time spent. It's looking forward to the next millisecond together. It is a longing to be here, the desire to stay, to love, and to contribute to every episode of each other's lives in a meaningful way. So, dear someone, know that I am open to receive all that is good for me. Everything is always working out for me. Even when I can't see it, I am done standing in many own way. I am done thinking who am I to have this or that or the they can but can I mentality. And yes, you can, you get to have it all and you get to receive it all. I open myself up to receive everything that I have ever wanted or better. I am worthy of it all. I allow myself to be loved right, treated right, and taken good care of. I choose to give myself fun, enjoyable experiences. And I choose to believe that it gets to be easy and I allow it to be. I don't need to lose anything or struggle to have what I desire. I get to have it all. I choose to let go of what I can't control and control what I can. I choose to be there for myself always. I have been home to many, but none show up to be mine. Lately, if there is anything that I dearly wish to have a hold of, that is only a home enveloped in love and filled with warmth of someone's presence. So it almost feels as if I have not been home since ages, and now whenever someone walks past me with their homes wrapped around them, not forces me to think how materialistically inexpensive and emotionally costlier it is to have someone who on the days of the extreme rough weathers make you calm and composed. There has to be no particular way in which they shall make you happy. It is just anything that they do for you and that instantly lightens up your soul. How melodious the world around starts to be even when everything around us is crumbling and turning into pieces. Can having hold of such ex home makes like free of pain. Eliminate pain from your being. This home that you see or feel is supposed to change the way how you visualize pain. It is meant to create a bold yet compassionate version of yours. This home will not protect by having high walls around you, but will bring forth the strength to be out there all naked. So, my child, know that. For all the times you give your heart to the wrong people, for all the times you were hurt, for all the times you put your trust in others and got betrayed anyways. I hope you fall in love with someone who is to you. I hope you find someone who knows how to love you even when you feel worthless. For all the times you broke your heart trying to fix people, I hope you find someone who loves all your brokenness. I hope you find someone who will adore your flaws and paint smiles on your gloomy days. I hope you find someone who will never give you pain. Someone who will never make you question your worth because you are more than just what you think. Someone who constantly reminds you that you are safe. I hope you find someone who will be the answer to all your prayers. And when you find them, I hope you will recognize that they are the calm to your storms. I hope you will let them love you for all that you are. My dear someone, know that success to me is waking up every morning and liking myself. That is it, that is the whole definition, which means I have to show up and write to my little journal and take my little walks and exclaim at the beauty of trees and take note of when the flowers bloom and when the leaves fall and when it is watermelon season. Because I can't like myself if I also neglect myself, and I can't be alive if I don't notice my life while I have it. And it means that if there is something on my soul that I feel I need to create, I need to water it, crave out a bit of time in my days to make sure I give my gifts. It means I need people in my life who see the real me and support that. It means I can't be the biggest barriers in my own way. It means I need to do the inner work to clear out the immense clutter of limiting beliefs so that I may be free to meet the truest version of myself. It means I focus on being present with myself so that every day I wake up knowing I'm loved. It means I hold myself at the highest regard. So, dear someone, no. When did I lose my girlhood? I think it started to fade when a boy called me ugly on the mountain top and all his friends laughed at my expense. I think it started to dwindle when Ben began to catcall me on the sidewalk. I think it started to disintegrate when my friends talked behind my back about my body parts. I think it was lost when I stopped playing with dolls and keep up with the latest trends just to fit in when I became obsessed with other people's opinion. Think it was lost when boys stopped listening to my good ideas, when they stopped looking me in my eyes. I was suddenly aware that my body was being, I think my girlhood was lost when I began to hate everything about myself. When grown men started to follow me in the parking lot, when I was taught to always fit the keys in between my knuckles for defenses, I lost my girlhood when I stopped believing in myself and all the dreams I dreamed at 10 years old. I lost my girlhood when the world told me I would never be good enough. I have always felt inadequate. I see their photographs and I want what they have. I feel like a waste of space, but I have to remember that this feeling would not last forever. Some days are harder than others, but I cover it up with a fake smile because I don't want to be a burden. Maybe I'm broken because all I do is replay the moments where I went wrong. Not even my friends can stand me right now. All I ever wanted was to fit in, but I don't know where the pieces of my puzzle fit. Just smile quiet. Everywhere I have been does not feel like home, and I question if I will ever find it. Loneliness is a feeling I have grown all too familiar with. It must be my fault because I see everyone else progress on the internet while I am left to bite the dust. Each stop I take it slower than the last, but I have hope that someday I will find what I have been searching for. I have hope that everything will feel lighter again and I just have to keep going. So dear someone, know that. You called me at 2 a.m. last night saying you were sorry. There you were back in my life's frame with empty promises echoing in your voice the same old way. You pleaded for my return and like a desert yearning for rain. You said the words I was dying to hear for ages since we last talked. The version of me that you left would have rushed to heal the wounds of your broken promises. She would have forgiven you for all the sleepless nights and all the unwritten phone calls. She would have happily danced in your shadow without the need of having her own stage. I'm no longer her. I have finally learned to shut my door, and you are no longer welcome to shelter yourself when you are at war with the world. And I have packed up my heart, my hopes, my dream, and my dignity, and I moved to a place where the only person that girl is gone. Should you find yourself gazing at the night sky, waiting for me to show up, know this: I may appear in the stillness of the night, but only as a passing dream. I may echo in the silence, but only as a distant wish. Our story has been sealed. So it is now a tale to be told, not a chapter to be rewritten. I just want to be completely myself. I don't ever want to surround myself with people who make me want to tame myself, because the truth is my language is cavernous and profound, and although it's untranslatable to the vast majority, and I want to be okay with that. I want to love and be loved in return, because as much as we paint unrequited I emotions as a beauty of its own, it's undeniable that behind the paint, it's all act. Really, all I want is for someone to feel about me as I do for them. I want to find the best friendship, and the best love is one soul. I want to come home to someone who adores me for who I am and not for who I could be. My child, know that. And Balak said unto Balaam, what hast thou done unto me? I took thee to curse mine enemies, and behold, thou hast blessed them altogether. And he answered and said, must I not take heed to spark that which the Lord put in my mouth? And Balak said unto him, come, I pray thee, with me unto another place, from when thou maybe see them. Thou shalt see but the utmost part of them, and shalt not see them all, and curse me them from thence. And he brought him into the field of Jophim to be top of Pisgah, and built 7 altars, and offered a bullock and a ram on every altar. And he said unto Balak, stand here by the burnt offering, while I meet the Lord yonder. Man and brethren, children of the stock of the Abraham, and whosoever among you fear God, to you is the word of this salvation sent. Poor they that dwell at Jerusalem, and their rulers, because they know him not, not yet the voice of the prophets, which are read every Sabbath day. They have failed them in condemning him, and that though they found no cause of death in him. Yet desired they Pilate that he should be slain, and when they had fulfilled all that was written of him, they took him down from the tree and laid him in a sepulchre. But God raised him from the dead, and he was seen many days of them which came up with him from Galilee to Jerusalem, and who are his witness unto the people. My child, know that. I hope you find a love that is easy, really easy, the type of love where there are not any mixed signals, just you and this person looking at each other across the room and know you each have it best. I hope you find a love that is selfless, the type of person who would do anything for you with no question asked, the type of love where someone simply has your best interest at heart. The type of love where your happiness makes up so much of theirs. I hope you find a love that is willing to make sacrifices, the type of person who will meet you halfway. I hope you find a love that is faithful. You look at them and you just know there is not anyone that can shake what you guys have. I hope you find a love that forgives you, the type of person who can see you make mistakes but also help you to learn from them. The type of person who can see you at your worst and still think you are incredible. The type of person who understands you are not perfect but looks at you like you are the greatest things that is ever happened to them, flaws and all. I hope you find a love that supports you, someone who not only supports your dream but wants to see you do well more than you do. I hope you find a love that will fight for you, someone who will always be in your corner, someone who will always choose you and build relationship you have. I hope you find someone who would anything to be with you. The type of person who won't let you walk away but goes after you if you try to. I hope you find someone who heals you. I hope you find someone who teaches you to that you did not deserve what happened to you in the past. I hope you find a love that appreciates you. I hope you find the type of love that never stops saying thank you. The type of love that even after a long time they are still impressed by what you do for them. Someone who truly values you for all you are, the person you make them. I hope you find a love that is your best friend, your loudest love, your biggest smile, your number one fan, your happiest memories, and you deserve it. So, my child, know that. One day, Jesus told a story in the form of a parable to a large crowd that had gathered from many towns to be hear him. A farmer went out to plant his seed. As he scattered it across his field, some seed fell on a footpath where it was stepped on, and the birds ate it. And this seed grew and produced a crop that was 100 times as much as had been planted. When he had said this, he called out, "Anyone with ears to hear should listen and understand meaning of the parable." And this is the meaning of a parable. The seeds God's word, the seeds that fell on the footpath, represent those who hear the message only to have the devil come and take it away from their hearts and prevent them from believing and being saved. The seeds on the rocky soil represent those who hear the message and receive it with joy, but since they don't have deep roots, they believe for a while when they fall away when they force temptation. The seeds that fell among the thorns represent those who hear the message, but all too message is crowded out by the cares and riches and pleasures of this life, and so they never grow into maturity. And the seeds that fell on the good soil represent honest, good-hearted. People who hear God's word cling to it and patiently produce a huge harvest. My child know that. She was put in, if you are not familiar, it Genesis before Abraham and Sarah were who we know them as. They were Abraham and Sarai and they could not have children. They God made a covenant with Abraham in Genesis that he and Sarai would bear children. It says, then the Lord took Abraham outside and said to him, look up into the sky and count the stars if you can. That is how many descendants you will have. Even though God made this covenant with them, they became impatient. Sarai had the idea for Abraham to sleep with her servant Hagar. So that through her servant they could have children. In chapter 16 of Genesis, Abraham sleeps with Hagar and she becomes pregnant. As soon as this happens, Sarai treats Hagar with contempt. She mistreats Hagar, likely out of a place of jealousy, and it gets so harshly that Hagar runs away. This leads to me to where I have been studying. The very first appearance of the angel of the Lord is seen here in Genesis when he appears to Hagar and encourages her to go back, that in doing so she would be blessed with many children, and that Hagar's son Ismail would have protection and a blessing. God saw her in all the mess. He saw her in her attempts to run away. This family complications arose out of disobedience to God, and he told Abraham and Sarai that they would have many descendants. But through their impatience, they disobeyed and did not trust what God said. I love how the first time that the angels of the Lord appear, it's to a woman, a servant in a lots of ways looked at as less than, and yet God show up right to where she was. Such a powerful message from our Creator that He sees us, He is always with us in the mess. And if we are willing to submit and repent, we can go forward confidently and boldly, bringing Him glory in the mess. Love this part of Scripture. My child know that. Real self love is looking at things really honestly. It is looking at that relationship and being brave enough to pull away or set boundaries as you need it. If it has always been about them, real self love is choosing people who are good for you and your soul. Real self love is looking at who you are, zeroing in on the parts that you are proud of, but being brave enough to say out loud the part you are not and having the courage to change it. Real self love is that honest conversation you have with yourself of why you are not achieving what you would like to and what that obstacle is stopping you. Sometimes we are our own greatest obstacle and the one setting in our way. Real self love is being so aware of those conversations we have with ourselves and making sure we are changing our any dialogues. That is not polite. Real self love is waking up earlier and dedicating time to yourself that no one can interrupt, and you do whatever you want with that time. Because real self love is the big question of disciplined enough to honor who I am and work towards what I want to achieve and the person I know I can be. Real self love is looking at your reflection and saying positive things over and over again until you believe it. Real self love is knowing deep down in your heart you deserve the best life, and it's knowing with confidence you have the ability to achieve it. Be prepared to let people down, be prepared to lose people at the prospect of this beautiful life you will gain and in finding yourself. Be prepared for all things new, even if it is a life that might scare you a little. Be prepared to be standing alone in the middle of bridges because there will be people who would not meet you halfway when you finally stop going all the way for form. But most importantly, be prepared for the kind of love story you have always. My child, know that. Holding back your tears can harm your health. It represses or negates your emotions and can contribute to tiredness, stress related disease, and depression. You may fight back tears, distract yourself, stay in your head, or stay busy. Your tears may be lost, trapped inside. Some people feel they are crying on the inside, but their tears would not even slip out. Perhaps you don't like to cry because it makes you feel vulnerable or weak. Maybe you have been told, and now tell yourself, don't be cry. Stop winning and feeling sorry for yourself. You are too sensitive. You need a thicker skin. The truth is that crying is a natural and healthy human response to emotions like sadness, grief, anger, shame, fear, or even feeling love, peace, or joy. Yes, some tears are happy. All tears can become happy if you experience compassion, soothing, intimacy, or a new purpose. God created us to experience emotion, including tears from hurts, losses, unmet needs, stress, overload, conflict, relief, or sudden blessings. Tears are a gift of grace from God. Even Jesus cried, Jesus wept is the shortest verse of the Bible and yet one of the most profound. Jesus did not cry because he was sinful or weak, but because he was human. He experienced all the same emotions that you do. Jesus' tears help you know that you are not alone when you hurt. There is not a single tear that has fallen from your eyes that God has not seen. He holds each one close to his heart, being patient, tender, and empathic to the tears of others is so important that the Bible teaches us to weep with those who weep. Crying is healthy because we are always being held in the Lord's everlasting arms of love. So, my child, know that this person already considered you as a marriage partner. It does not matter that you are married to them or not, but they already give you commitment in their head and heart. In past, this person never took you seriously and they never try their best to give you any type of commitment. And this person always makes some excuses and they hide their true feelings, emotions, and whenever things get intense, this person make distance from you and they ghost you without any reason, but after some times they themselves come back towards you. And it can be a pattern of them which they repeated multiple times. This person, they dream about you a lot. They think how would it will look like when you stay together at same house, when you cook for them, when this person come back from work, what type of mother you will be, what type of daughter-in-law. They have already imagined all these things with you. This person have realized one thing, that they live without you. If you are not in their life does not have any meaning. And this was, it will give you commitment in 3D world also. You can get a commitment offer from this person that will be stable and long lasting commitment within next 3 months. From now, for some of you, it will be within next 1 to 2 months. This person is holding on your energetically. Don't get surprised if you get this person's dream. More often, this person thoughts are always on your mind without having any type of intentions of it. This person is not ready to leave you. So, my child, know that. It seems like you have cut each other off due to lack of warm love and affection that you once felt in this connection, and there might have been an exchange of some harsh words between the two of you that lead to a fallout. And at one point in time, you felt really happy with them, but this person's ego games ruined what you both share, and they are all in their head about this. You are not going to give in as well. They acted selfishly and wanted what they wanted from you. You have decided to cut them off due to their cold, indifferent attitude. Type yes if you have faith and trust in God, and if you want your all wishes comes true, type Amen.